Alrighty, and welcome to the IWAR Network Tubecast. I'm your host, Alex G. I'm going to have everyone that is here introduce themselves for once. Matt's giggling for no reason.
No, it's a new IWAR Network Tubecast screen.
Yes, the new layout is hilarious.
Is that a Russian accent? Welcome to IWAR Network Tubecast.
Yes, it is.
Press fire to start. One player, two player, whatever you do.
It's Commodore 64 graphics, by the way.
Is that the Midnight Avenger on the left and Robo Mr. Laserbot on the right?
Yeah, it's Laserbots.
I'm
the time.
What?
The time frame fits 1985.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. We're just introducing ourselves now?
Yeah.
What kind of host are you?
Had a good one.
That's fair. I'm Matt Riley. I've been around for a long time. I do stuff
Well,
in the way.
in some people's minds.
Yes. I like to say that I not only entertain people in the IWAR network, but especially the bloodthirsty shut-ins around the game who still read the stuff because they're psychotic.
And on that note, I'm Adam. I'm here this week because it's spring break, so I can be up at
Spring break.
Oh my God!
spring break out, right?
Are you in Daytona Beach?
No.
Fort Lauderdale? No. We're going down to Fort Lauderdale. We're going to talk doubles, baby. Double. Oh yeah, no drops. You know what I'm saying? I never had money for spring break stuff, so I was always
never went myself either. Where did Johnny B go for spring break? Is the real question.
Why go anywhere? He's at Willowbrook already.
I'm gonna go back and review my tapes of Girls Gone Wild and see if I can spot him in the crowd.
Here's Johnny B. Yeah, baby, 6 in a row. Oh my God! A whole new meaning.
Why go to spring break and spring break can come to you?
You know what? Was there ever an IWAR version of Spring Break? If you get flat on the street, that's 50 points. Who else is on this call?
We just heard from him.
No. Did Ryan say something?
He
I didn't hear
did.
him. Oh my God.
What had happened?
I heard Adam. I didn't hear Ryan at all.
Oh, Ryan, Patrick, ACW. Let's go.
Oh, God. Oh, by the way, speaking of ACW, there's a clock at work that says ECW. It's like, for like going back to the back room, and it says ECW, and I always think of that. And he's taking it to the extreme. I'm trying to work my stuff here. Leave me alone. Oh, so this is gonna be an exciting episode. We got lots to do.
Lots to talk about.
Oh boy.
So, guys, why don't you guys put your highest scores in the chat? Because I do have to check if the chat box is actually functional.
Oh,
this
boy.
is my Commodore 64 inspired
I love it.
live stream kind of.
Did I send you the link that it popped in my Instagram feed or on Threads, and it was like a Commodore 64 hockey jersey?
No.
Yeah.
I
Wow, they're really going deep.
I feel like I need it.
They're listening.
They do listen.
Oh, he's listening.
WWE was listening for at least 2 years because they kept on stealing ideas.
I remember that. We did AEW did the one where the Lucha Luther finish with Neo Dragon turning on him. That was exactly the same thing that did with Cody, Jericho, and MJF.
Yeah.
How long? Oh my God, like 8,000 years ago. All right. So when you want me to start with the
you can start with the Johnny B trivia.
Johnny B. Jr. In the previous episode, Alex made an impassioned plea for me to watch The Impossible Kid, which he had recommended, as well as Blackula. By the time I sent that show's trivia email, I had already viewed basically all the non-adult film the host had either mentioned or added to my playlist, except Megaforce. But the email was going to be much longer than the record-breaking one in episode 208. We're still recovering from that. So I held back most of the content. I appreciate that my segment is apparently Alex's favorite part of the show, and that he'd like to double drag on for 4 hours every time, but that may not be true for every viewer. Perhaps it's only true for Alex.
Yeah.
The ridiculous link of the email caused Ryan to question whether shows were going to be two-parter, and it caused Matt to require Zydration, remarking Johnny B's letter in much the same manner of a murder victim might name a killer with their dying breath. It also meant the manager of Big Guns, Greg Garner, had to resort to struggling to get through the episode, of course, 4 days. Can you imagine that? Like you're listening to us for 4 days. I'm sorry. Players aren't turning into the hear Johnny B's movie reviews. They want to hear IWAR league results. And I need to start doing a better job of reining in my long-winded emails or risk reducing the show's view counts. And for the good of your own channel, Alex. It's good. It's for the good of your own channel, Alex. I'm picturing him like as what was Sylvester Stallone called in Over the Top? What was his character?
Lincoln Hawks or Lincoln
Hawks,
Hawk,
going,
depending
it's
on
your own good, your own channel, Alex. If my hat on backwards. And now, despite what Matt just said, I'll review the episode. I'm sorry, The Impossible Kid. Before watching it, I discovered that it was a sequel to For Your Height Only, which was itself a sequel, but I viewed For Your Height Only first. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Imagine if Jackie Chan were shrunk down to 2 feet 9 inches tall, and you pretty much have the Filipino actor, stuntman, and martial artist. I can't say that right. Martial artist known professionally as Wang Wang. Quick side, is that the real short guy you've sent me videos of?
Yes.
It's not what you said, it's how you said it. Yes. Once you get over the shock of seeing just how small he is, you'll be shocked by just how nimble and athletic he is. It felt a lot like watching a Jackie Chan movie, but the filmmakers put a lot more comedy than you see in the typical martial arts flick. Wang Wang's size allowed the writers to incorporate ideas that no one else was able to pull off, such as popping out of unexpected hiding spots or taking on multiple opponents by darting in and out of cover, inaccessible to them. There are also plenty of scenes that don't take advantage of his height, but are highly entertaining. The Impossible Kid didn't contain quite as much action as its predecessor, but it's still enjoyable viewing. I also watched The Wild Wild Wang, and can recommend it to anyone looking for a combination martial arts Western movie. Who isn't? Wang Wang's Wikipedia page lists 2 documentaries about him, and since I'm now a huge fan, I watched them both. How does he have time to do all these movie watchings? The first titled Machete Maidens Unleashed hardly mentioned him at all, but it contained even more nudity than Alex's earlier recommendation of nude nuns with big guns, because the Philippines was apparently the place to be if you were at all, but it contained even more nudity. Oh, sorry, so hold on. The Philippines were apparently the place to be if you were an exploitation filmmaker in the 70s and 80s. The other documentary, called The Search for Wang Wang, doesn't really sound all that wholesome now that I think about it, but it recounts an obsessed Aussie's quest to unravel the enigma of the diminutive powerhouse. Wang Wang's tale is a fascinating but tragic one. Still, he leaves behind some extremely entertaining movies. Wang Wang.
He's awesome.
Now I have a piece of trivia in my head. I'll be ready for Jeopardy if I bring it on there. Yeah. Okay, here we go. The original film negative for the Beastmaster, which I reviewed on a previous episode, has been lost or stolen, just like the custom sword created specifically for the movie. By the way, which means the film can never be released in a higher quality, but at least lower quality prints exist. Sadly, that doesn't appear to be the case for some of Wang Wang's work, which is why I couldn't watch the prequel of For Your Height Only. Oh man, there are people who are searching for lost footage, which I agree is worthy of being preserved, but much like those participating in the Joe Tusa challenge, they haven't had much luck thus far. On that note, Alex issued the following challenge in the previous episode. I've been using examples of interpolations and other songs in the current songs that I use for Luther. If Johnny B can name those samples or where I got those from, I'll give him a hearty handshake. Johnny B. It looks like my hands are safe from contact with Alex's non-bidet using pause, since I'm utterly clueless about many of the songs. Some of them are extremely obvious, such as Double Dragon, By the Power, One Man, Eye of the Dark, etc. But others, including Everyone Falls in Love and Hold This Moment, are as a mystery as Wang Wang's life was to everyone before the devoted fan uncovers the details. The image of dangerous features, Jackie from Too Close to Jackie from Too Close for Comfort, right?
No.
Right? No?
Nope.
Too Close for Comfort. Who's that?
So that's the girl from Warriors.
Oh, okay. Jackie from Too Close for Comfort, but if the song included a sample of the show's theme, it was very well hidden. Hold Me There looks to me like the movie poster for Top Gun, but it's not Kelly McGillis with her arms around Luther. It's Kelly Kapowski from Saved by the Bell.
Very good.
I couldn't detect a trace of the show's theme music. I want to say the song was influenced by Danger Zone, since I know Alex is a Kenny Loggins fan, but it sounds a lot closer to the movie's opening theme. At least I successfully figured out Sanford and Son for the song while I'm still here in lockdown, with clearly based on not the IWA wrestler, but Elvis Presley's Jailhouse Rock.
Yeah.
Please Don't Leave Me has got to be Alex's tribute to If You Leave by the orchestra Maneuvers
Yep.
in the Dark, which was recorded for the soundtrack of the film Pretty in Pink. That's probably why Luther's female companion is wearing a pink top, and why pink is the only color visible in the image. Wait, none of the qualities qualifies me. God damn it. Drink a whole bunch. Milk's so dry. And Lupus has been kicking up crazy this week. Wait, none of this qualifies me for a hearty handshake, does it? I mentioned the Arnold Schwarzenegger film Raw Deal last time, and Alex issued another challenge. Johnny B, you know what the P stands for, don't you? Johnny B. Jr. As a matter of fact, I do. It's a synonym for cat. Feline. Oh, boy. P-H-E-L-I-N-E. Okay, I sent him this question separately. Matt inquired, has ever been a player who was so bad, like so epically bad, that you intervened? Either you told them, hey, here are some tips, or you should talk to this player, reach out, and they'll help you. Johnny B. Jr. says, we don't make a habit of monitoring player performance and trying to correct what we consider poor hold choices. But yes, there have been occasions where managers expressed frustration with the play system, and we offered non-insider tips, wink, wink, as a result of that. We're not in the habit of volunteering in the names of contact information of other players, although there have been times when veterans have asked us to reach out to struggling players for mentoring. Due to the efforts of IWAR members responsible for the creation of the How to Win videos, similar materials, rookies have never been, again, left struggling without recourse. Thanks, guys. Quick aside, there was a player, and I want to say it was NWL, and I can't think of his name now, but I remember he was so bad, and we were like, what is this guy? Maybe it was the BRL. It was a guy who was like, we were like, he's killing our league average. Like, he's so bad. It was IWL. It was one of the IWAR leagues. It wasn't that, like, it was like 10 years ago or so. But I was like, is there no way to get to that hold of this guy and be like, hey, man, like, you could just pick some different holds, you know? All right, so finally, finishing up, Alex was wondering, given that the trash talk takes place chronologically before the matches, if it were possible to add a way to position the commissioner's report and trash talk first in the bulletins, followed by the rankings and matches, or possibly the matches and then the rankings. Prior to 2020, here we go, some technology. Prior to 2020, the only issue with doing what he asked would have been the page numbers, and those could have been adjusted as well. But now, with the bulletins are fully digital, the only thing preventing us from implementing them, his suggestion, is player preference. In fact, a commissioner could have the cover of their report serve as the front page of the league's bulletin, and those champions, ranking, etc., could all appear in the trash talk, after the trash talk. Alex added to his request half-jokingly, just to be annoying, but that is actually a valid concern. Consider that the case if Matthew Riley, a vocal proponent of the storyline and promo method of playing the game, what is the very first thing he does when the results are released? Does he immediately begin reading through the trash talk? No. Commissioner reports? No. And not only is that not the first thing he doesn't even start the trash talk until recording the show. I've mentioned more than once that the host should give serious thoughts to waiting until Wednesday night to do the broadcast, because avoiding the cluelessness about what's going on, what's going down. Sorry, I'm going to do like Alex says. What's going down in the BRL makes for a more professional end product. I don't know their schedules, or managers would be okay with one extra night if we mean their TT would be given all the attention it deserves. Yes, we absolutely could have rearranged the order of the elements of the bulletins, but I don't know how popular such a radical change would be. It would be very quick and easy to flip straight to the matches in the physical bulletin if managers primarily scroll through the PDFs via the mouse scroll wheels we implemented Alex's request. That may very well end up scrolling through the IWA bulletins using their middle fingers. Oh, my God.
That's true.
So there you have it. And as always, if you have questions for the IWA, post them here in the comments, or, just no simple trivia stuff. I have a funny question. Has the IWA ever seen their IWA belts, the current or previous versions, over the years. Have you ever seen them on social media or photos or been like, that's one of ours? That's one of our belts. What the hell?
I see them on Facebook Marketplace quite a bit.
Do you really?
I do. You know whose, by the way.
You know.
The only other person that lives near me that I would see Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, okay, yeah. The guy you had sex in the back of his car.
No.
No?
Nope. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, who would buy these? I kind of just buy. I just kind of want to buy it myself so I can start collecting them. Like who on Facebook Marketplace is going to buy a championship belt with yada yada yada?
Names matter, kids.
Sure does.
So there you have it. Why can't I see? Oh, here we are. Okay. One watching. Oh, Ryan's not even watching this.
I think he fell asleep.
He probably did. He needs more.
I think it's been proven that. So there's 2 times when people actually watch the show. Night of, and it's usually 10 to 15. And then the day, like the Sunday before, like that Sunday night, the week that gold is due. So they watch it right. I don't know if they're watching it while they're doing their stuff or what have you, but that's the other. Like all of a sudden, the views shoot back up again for that day and a half before gold drops. So,
all right.
I have a office question for I'd like to know what does a Monday Tuesday look like in Willowick, like when the gold is coming through. Is it one person putting in strats for 17 hours from all these wrestlers, or just how many hours the process?
Or are they for people who get their stuff in early? Do they preload? Like say I send my trash talk tomorrow. Do they compile it, or they just they see? Let me take it down and save it, and I'll put it in the file for next cycle.
I just wonder how much. Like I said, I looked it up before. Is the whole goal just to get to Crowley's happy hour? The happy hour around Willowick by Tuesday at 5. Is that the goal? Get there before 6.
And Johnny B, let me know why everyone hates the McDonald's in Willowick. They fucking hate that place. And I've told them on the Facebook groups that they should tear down that McDonald's and do an Orange Julius there in that location. And there's some people that agree with me. So
I gotta join this group. I can be like, I'll be a counterpoint. Why don't you put up a Chick-fil-A? The girls there dance.
We need a fresh Hooters over here.
Yeah. What kind of place you're running there?
Also, recently, Johnny, I don't know if you heard that Luther Alexander did save the town of Willowick from meteorite that dropped about a week and a half ago.
On those Willowick pages, though, do you ever drop it's a fun thing to do to pass time? Do you guys like wrestling? You want to win a real belt?
I sit there and I hear the complaints about Margie and her Yorkie, who just constantly shits in the park, and how she never picks it up. It's that in depth. People bitching about stuff. It's awesome. Then you get hey, Rudy's Meats has a buy 2 get 1 free this week, so it's awesome.
Oh boy.
Also, if you guys are looking on the screen, Johnny B did request to have Johnny B, my faux Johnny B, breakdance with Soundwave. So that's why that's there. That exists.
What Willowick, Ohio page should I join?
There's 12 of them.
City of Willowick. I'm gonna look for some Alec. Oh, there's a Luther Alexander post. If you like concerts and lived in Willowick in the 1970s and 80s and 90s, you must spend time. Why are you posting this? And there's pictures of Queen in black and white. What are you doing? Oh my god.
That's what I do on my lunch break at work.
Another one. This is a picture of the 13, the ground round building. What? I might have to go in there and create like an alter ego and just be like, that Luther Alexander guy. I don't know.
I don't know about that guy.
He's all obsessed with Orange Julius. Why can't we put up what was a t-shirt place I used to grow up around? Oh God, like Hot Topic or something like that. I don't know.
You know what needs to come back as a style is the airbrush shirts and the jeans and the jean jackets. Because I desperately want an airbrush Luther Alexander jean jacket that I would wear all the time. Trying to figure out a place to get that done.
You are a member of, you're from Willowick if you remember. Oh my God.
So here's the thing, guys. I need everyone to understand. It's not a shtick with me at all. Like, this is how I really am. Like, I really do
live
this.
the gimmick.
I live the gimmick. So
Willowick neighborhood news is going to be fun. Like where I live, all right, there's it's like the local ward, there's a news. And when the snow was here so bad, with like 2 feet of snow, the people getting all over our rep, like our counselor for this area, was unreal. Why isn't he responding to my things? I want him to shovel my driveway. It's like, it's not his job. Like, and he's getting so mad. And he's like, oh, there's a heads up, blah, blah, blah. It's like, people have nothing to do. And every other post is like, do you hear that loud noise? What was that?
We get to like, oh, there was helicopters circling. Does anyone know what that's about?
Oh, City of Willowick, Ohio Municipal Government. Are you in the police department page?
No,
right.
I will go to jail.
All right.
All right, Matt, where do you want to start today?
Oh, my God. Well, since we have a special guest here tonight, let's let Adam go.
Oh, all right. Well,
he's like, I wasn't ready.
I'm always ready.
I was
always ready. Yes. That was spring break. Crazy times.
Right. Is it a keg stand?
Yeah. That's what I was doing when I was off camera by myself.
You gotta see what I do when I was off camera.
Right. Anyway, so I guess I'll do a WTL since that's what I have open.
Nice.
So WTL, the Western Frontier champion with a steal. The Lone Star champion, Outlaw Ace and Eights. Central Plains champion, Martial Law. Mexico champion, Chainsaw Chuck. Dodge City champion, Ham Sandwich. The wrestling Ham Sandwich. Tombstone champion, Mid-South Maxwell. Fairview champion, Paladin Boone. Wheelmaker champion, Cecil Howard Calvert. The Badlands champion, Cowboy Johnny Gaines. Cripple Creek champion, Lone Ranger. Southwest champion, The Brains, Bo Buckshot. And the Chisholm Trail champion, Prince George Montgomery. The Western Frontier Tag Team Champions are Chainsaw Chuck and Cowboy Johnny Gaines. And the Lone Star Tag Team Champions are the Cartwrights, Lil Joe, and Os Cartwright. The Western Frontier Six-Man Champions are the Nutty Bunnies, and the Lone Star Six-Man Champions are the Buckshots, Wildcard Billy, Brains Bo, and Benji Buckshot. And the Bunkhouse Brawl winner was Cecil Howard Calvert.
So what's going down in the WTL?
We just came off of the pay-per-view Ambitions of a Rider. So that write-up is in there. A horse was running around for a little while inside the arena. See what else was going on.
Ryan said that ruined pay-per-views for everyone at this point.
And then some people were dressed as birds in one of the matches, and some people were a little inebriated on some tainted tea from Crush Groove, and the NWL sent some tainted tea over to the Maryland Blue Bloods. So just shenanigans throughout. The big news there being that Lost my train of thought. The big news being that Ravishing Rex Chambers won the Western Trails Heavyweight Championship, and he's been on a absolute tear since he's come to WTL.
Killing it.
Yeah, he's winning everything. The Bunkhouse Stampede was won by one of the machines. They all wear masks, and we don't know who they really are underneath. So it'll be interesting to see if that ends up being someone we know or not. And then King Cowboy, Schlitz, and Ricky Spanish got in each other's business a whole bunch, and Mange had a big win there too. And that's what happened to pay-per-view. Then we move on to the next pay-per-view is America's Most Wanted. Got Rex Chambers versus Mange. Bunch of other matches and stuff that still needs to be figured out there, but kind of what's going on. Wow. And other than that, we have a China new thing called Posse Battle.
What'd you call me?
Kind of like, yeah.
Oh my god!
I said that. Yeah. Oh my gosh, the Posse. But basically, it's kind of like a best of the best format kind of deal, but there's more singles matches, and whoever wins their group or their gang or whatever you want to call them, they get all the title shots at one of the pay-per-views. Nice. So just kind of seeing if that works. And, it's varying size. It could be 3 people, and you just have them wrestle all the different types of matches. Or you can have a bunch of people. Just kind of see what happens with that. Just trying something different instead of what I usually do, which is just steal from what other people have already done in their reports. That's pretty much it. I got some trash talk. Let's see. The Maryland Blue Bloods are still doing their thing there. They had a big Murano final match. We won't spoil that yet, but they had that big match in the finals. Father Arturo's mad at everyone for not being holy enough. And apparently in the WTL, there's a bunch of these guys that wrestle sometimes that have FR in front of their names. I'm just going to assume they're all priests too. So he's going to try to form a new group with all the priest wrestlers that never win matches and see how that goes. I don't know how that works. Try to steal some TV 6-man and TV tag titles. Let's see. Ace and 8 says, good job, Rex Chambers, but I'll be back, basically. Trying to see. Machines have a trash talk. Cowboy Schlitz calls out everyone as usual, including Ricardo Spanish, using his full government name.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. And let's see. The Cartwrights, they are going after the announce team in the WTL because they call them names. Rex Chambers is cockily wearing the titles, but honestly, he can do that. And then Ricky Spanish is slanders the state of Wyoming, among other things in here. And yep, just more about Arturo and Zorro and Cowboy Schlitz. So we'll see what happens with that. That's basically the WTL. Kind of just threw some stuff together because writing pay-per-views takes a long time. So that's the WTL. Do you dig that?
I sure as hell do. And I guess we can talk about, I oftentimes when I have to write pay-per-views, and it's an exhausting process, and I will trim down my commissioner's report sometimes if I have a 30-page pay-per-view write-up that I have to do. So don't be afraid to do that. Anyone that's a commissioner, if you have to pare it down just to get your pay-per-view in, your pay-per-view could be the whole report too. So keep that in mind also. So
yeah, I feel like you really don't need as much of the commentary from the commissioner characters.
Yeah, you don't need a recap there at that point either.
Right, because it's kind of like everything's already there.
And it's a good, if you have people in your leagues that can help out, to write pay-per-view matches for you, always,
it's super helpful 100%. When someone just sent you a match. Totally. You're just like, awesome. Let's put that in.
Just chuck it right in there.
Yep. But
Unless it's
That's a
26
WTF.
pages. Like, what was that match? It was Killer Clown versus who? That was like 30 pages.
Rock Sampson? No,
Rock.
what the
I don't know
hell?
anybody. Rock Sampson, Killer Clown. And NWL, like 2014. I got a 21-page match write up. Insane. All right, Matt, where we're going?
Oh God, I say we go to our other new guest or special guest, ACW,
Special ed, maybe.
which is totally just giving me time to read BRL trash talk.
She said AI
All
recap
right.
like I do, buddy. Come on now.
All right, ACW number 22, League Champion Jackknife Justice, American Territories Champion Ken the Anvil Neidhart, New England Champion the Big One Stan Andreas, Atlantic Coast Champion Steel Sampson, Great Lakes Champion Ajay Singh. Is that right, Ajay Singh?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Smoky Mountain General Displeasure, Deep South Tormented Timmy, Gulf Coast STF Ewing, Texas Heartland, the Total Package U.S. Mail. Rocky Mountain, Ravishing Dick Dude. Desert States, Keanu Thunder. And Pacific Coast Champion, Roman Brady. League Tag Team Champions, Jawbone Jack and Tormented Timmy. And a shocker right here, the American Territories Tag Team Champions, Senior Lucha and Luther Alexander.
Unbelievable.
Because nobody else challenged Scrubs for tag team titles.
Unflowed, baby. Just random took on a couple scrubs. It worked.
I looked it up. Like nobody challenged anybody else. Like what do you guys have? Like a 509?
Oh, as a team?
Yeah.
I can tell you actually. I got it right here.
Guys got to challenge Scrubs, man.
Always
Always challenge the Scrubs.
507.
507. 509. Aiming high. So lesson to everybody. Challenge those Scrubs.
Mind you, I screwed up Lucha's strategy. He hit a 470. I doubled the hole. We still won the tag titles. God damn.
The power of Senior Lucha. 6-man champions, Jawbone Jack, Tormented Timmy, and Steel Sampson. American Territories champs, Ajay Singh, Vin Perez, and the big one, Stan Andreas. And the Battle Royal winner, the big one, Stan Andreas.
Yep.
All right, Ryan, what's going down in the ACW?
We're just going to skip to the pay-per-view. Just a couple of the highlights. Christina Aguilera, great performance of the Star Spangled Banner where she was done. This disheveled, crazy maniac woman enters the ring and starts attacking her, and my God, it was Britney Spears. So
Oh.
that might lead to like a match down the road with who knows, like Eminem special guest referee Fred Durst, maybe.
Yeah. Hit me, baby, one more time. Dang.
Yeah.
You can put Justin Timberlake right in the corner, too. Be good. Cry me
Justin
a
Timberlake
river.
on a pole match.
Yes.
All of the stars coming out for that one. I'll go over the Battle Royal winners when it has like the next card. The last couple matches, Keanu Thunder and U.S. Mail. Man, did you get a chance to read the ending of that? That's okay. I'm gonna say no.
What's that? I'm sorry.
Did you get a chance to read the Thunder Hell in a Cell? Mail?
Not yet. I'm reading BRLTT right now, but I can switch over and read it right now.
No, I mean, I'm just gonna. I'll save it, man. I see when I wasn't watching wrestling for a while. There was a kind of a cool idea, and so the match actually finishes on top of the Hell in a Cell, which I never heard of.
Oh no!
Yeah.
It's gonna be getting Mick Foley.
What's that?
Is we getting Mankind?
No,
Yeah.
no one gets thrown off. That wouldn't be that obvious. The title match, the heavyweight title match, there was the big build-up. Shrug Shadow, the big monster, against James Carnage, who's had the title for 364 days going into this. And Shrug Shadow, there's not a time on it, but I'm pretty sure he beat him and broke every rib in his probably under a minute and a half. Carnage never stood a chance. So there was that. So with the number one contenders for the next pay-per-view, Great American Bash, the winner of the Battle Royal for the heavyweight was Brad the Executioner Hart. He will face Shug Shadow. ACW Heavyweight Tag Team, the Wild Indies won, so they'll face Ken Neidhart and Terry Garnia. For the trios, the Battle Royal winners were Eddie Chavez, Tino Sanada, and Ken Neidhart, and they all face Jawbone Jack, Tormented Timmy, and Steel Sampson. He-Man Hogan won the number one contender Battle Royal, and we had a ladder match that Luther Alexander won.
Unbelievable.
So the title will be He-Man Hogan, Luther Alexander against Hocus Crocus. And we've already had one singles match, the Gaelic Dick Moore versus Knuckles Nelson. And as the show was going off the air, Commissioner Charles Norris was thanking the crowd. Pyro was going off, and something happened, and the whole stage exploded. And we had to go to black. We had to fade to black on that. We don't know how this ended. We assume we know how it ends, but
You come back as a robot.
I don't know. We'll see what happens with him. But we'll have a new someone new in charge next cycle.
I think having He-Man, Hogan, and Luther Alexander in the same match is going to be ridiculous.
And a frog.
And a frog.
And a frog who's won like his last three, like he's defended the title twice.
Here's the thing about joke characters sometimes. It seems to happen more often than not. You know, if you have a couple wrestlers but you create one to be funny, the one that you created to be funny tends to win a lot.
Yep.
It happens all the time. That's why we get like IWA World Champions who are like, Butt Bungler number 6, and all of a sudden they get a 501 perfect, and like, oh shit, they're the world champion. Because you were trying to be funny.
On top of the cage. What the hell?
Well, it's the easiest way for the blood to drip to the floor.
I like that.
Yeah, so now that you at it, there was in that Hell in a Cell, U.S. Mail, Candle of Thunder, U.S. Mail pulls a letter opener out of his boot, slices Candle of Thunder from all of his forehead.
I laughed so hard at that. A letter opener. Oh my god.
He gets knocked out. Keanu Thunder, kind of waves to the back. We need medics. As they open the door, U.S. Mail runs out. And he panics when Thunder chases him. So they, of course, as any bad guy will do, they go to the top of the cage instead of just running out of Europe. And he was able to finish the match up there with a Thunder Cutter and a pedigree, and then the sharpshooter, and then he tapped out from on top of the cage. And that is that's the ACW.
All right, man. I dig that.
It's time for the NWL.
Is it? Okay.
I'm almost done with the Bureau.
Well, the recap is 9 minutes long, so you got plenty of time. Buddy.
That's good. All right.
Don't worry.
All right. Time to make another drink.
All right. Pardon me. NWL Bulletin 250 Spring 2026 League Champion winning 10 free matches. Crush Groove. TV Champion Devilish Danny Zero. Central Plains Planet Champion McKenna Anthony. East Coast Champion Stylin Savion Banks. Great Lakes Champion Sixpence Tommy Calloway. Mid-Atlantic Champion Heart of the City Andre Carrington. Northeast Champion The Wild Child Rachel Kinsman. Pacific Northwest Champion Mac Truck Murphy. Rocky Mountain Champion Dream Killer Nix. Southeast Champion Prince Pipplefire. Southwest Champion Magnum AI. West Coast Champion, which is my new favorite name now, in the IWAR, Glock Lesnar. Fantastic. I love it. He's getting pushed to the moon.
Yeah.
League Tag Team Champions, Magnum AI and Devilish Danny Zero. TV Tag Team Champions, Stylin Samuel Box and Crush Groove. League Six-Man Champions, Magnum AI, Zeke Rendelli, and Devilish Danny Zero. TV Six-Man Champions, Stylin Samuel Banks. the heart of the city, Andre Carrington and Crush Groove. And your Battle Royal winner, Styling Savion Banks. The come up is, they've come up. All right, nice job, gentlemen. What's going down in the NWL? Is it just me, or is the NWL matches the kind of matches the the magazine a little bit? Is it an off white other than a white, or is it just my eyes bugging on me right now? Maybe a little bit both.
Yeah.
It's a little off white, right? I wonder if he.
Yeah.
I think I got what you're putting down there, Johnny B. I think I caught you. All right, so let me share my screen with these gentlemen so these guys can listen to the 9-minute long recap of the NWL. Let's see. Let's see. Where am I? I even have it up. I don't think I'm gonna. Hold on 1 second. I do. Okay. Three, 2, and 1.
This is Ian Mooney reporting for the NWL. Cycle 250 was shaped by the fallout of one of the most violent incidents in league history, as new details emerged regarding the Death Pack's coordinated invasion of Oklahoma City, an attack that has since been described internally as the night the NWL almost died. What began as a routine house show inside the Paycom Arena quickly spiraled out of control following a match between Ryan Rivers and Zach A. Roney, the San Francisco Heat. Rivers secured the victory with a devastating cradle piledriver, driving Roney into the canvas for the 3 count. The crowd responded, the match ended cleanly, and for a brief moment everything appeared normal. That moment did not last. At the top of the entrance ramp, members of the Death Pack appeared dragging the bloodied and barely conscious acting commissioner Jack Cornette. He was hauled down the ramp and discarded, tumbling halfway toward the ring before coming to rest motionless. Then Johnny Revolution stepped forward. With a single raised hand, the attack began. Members of the Shane Syndicate flooded the ring from the crowd, overwhelming both Ryan Rivers and Zach A. Roney. The assault was immediate and relentless, leaving both men down as Revolution made his way to the ring, stepping over Cornette without acknowledgement. Inside the ring, he was joined by Kim and the Yellow Scorpions, a deliberate mockery of Luther Alexander's forces and the Disciples of Doom. Revolution then directed attention to the Luther Tron, where footage revealed the full scope of the operation. A convoy of black SUVs surrounded the arena. The Anthonys were struck down outside the building. Attackers forced entry, chained the doors shut, and began systematically targeting wrestlers throughout the facility. Prince Pimplefire was attacked in the showers and dragged out. The Canesman and Wyatt Recoil Crane were overwhelmed in catering by attackers armed with steel pipes. Devilish Danny Zero was pulled from a restroom stall and beaten. Zeke Rindali was thrown through a glass window. Mac Truck Murphy was thrown down an elevator shaft. Magnum AI was placed inside a dumpster, doused in gasoline, and set on fire. The come-up locker room was hit with tear gas, forcing Savion Banks, Andre Carrington, and Crush Groove into the hallway, where they were met with attackers wielding baseball bats. Notably, Zizix and Nix were not located during the assault. The footage ended, returning to the ring where Ryan Rivers and Zach A. Roney remained down. Kim stapled a printed email to Roney's forehead. Members of the Shane Syndicate forced Rivers to his knees. Johnny Revolution pressed a lit cigar directly into Rivers' eyes. Officials attempted to intervene and were immediately beaten down. The violence spread into the crowd, with fans at ringside, including groups attending through Special Olympics and Make-A-Wish, caught in the chaos as panic spread throughout the arena. Revolution then addressed the crowd, declaring the NWL finished. No roster, no show, no NWL. Gasoline was poured across the ring, The canvas was set on fire. Flames were extinguished, but the damage had already been done. That event set the tone for everything that followed. Back inside the NWL, the come-up presented a very different picture. Control, confidence, and calculation. In their locker room, with the league championship front and center, Savion Banks made it clear that the mission remains simple: protect the title by any means necessary. Crush Groove, celebrating in his own unique way, leaned into the moment, while Andre Carrington shifted the tone, pointing out that something was still missing. That missing piece is more gold. Banks acknowledged that the group has evolved from chasing the standard to becoming the standard, but also admitted that slipping in the tag and six-man divisions exposed a weakness. That is why Homecoming has become the focal point. Tables, ladders, chairs, violence is no longer a possibility. It is the plan. Carrington made his intentions clear regarding the Grand Prix championship, stating that the title belongs with the come-up, and that if Mark the Fan Botch survives long enough to make it to Homecoming, he will not survive what comes next. The group then expanded their focus beyond the NWL, signaling interest in tournaments, cups, and opportunities across the IWAR, reinforcing that their ambitions are no longer contained to one league. Elsewhere, new voices began to emerge. Buddy Bad Boy Blanchard arrived with a direct statement, declaring himself the standard by which all competitors will be measured. Positioning himself as a global-level talent, Blanchard made it clear that beating him is the only way anyone can claim legitimacy in this business. Prince Pimplefire, however, delivered one of the most volatile and unpredictable promos of the night. Speaking with a mix of sarcasm and menace, Pimplefire hinted at hidden wealth, mocked the locker room, and issued multiple threats in rapid succession. He warned of violence if certain demands were not met by Homecoming, directly called out Magnum AI for avoiding him, and targeted the Anthonys with a challenge that bordered on humiliation. He then turned his focus to Mark the Fan Botch, promising not just defeat, but disfigurement. That promise carried directly into the ring. Prince Pimplefire entered with purpose. Botch entered with confidence. The bell rang, and the tone shifted immediately. Pimplefire dismantled Botch piece by piece, using a short-arm clothesline into a DDT, followed by repeated backbreakers that echoed through the arena. Botch attempted to fight back with raw power, landing a shoulder block and a sloppy power slam, but it was not enough to stop the momentum. Pimplefire slowed everything down. He reached for Botch's face. The pimple popper was applied. Botch screamed as the hold locked in, and then everything broke down. The come-up stormed the ring. The match was thrown out. Pimplefire was overwhelmed and thrown to the outside as the trio turned their attention to Botch. What followed was not a continuation of the match. It was a statement. Carrington locked in the Pulse Cloverleaf while Banks and Groove set up a table. Moments later, Botch was lifted and driven through it with a double powerbomb. The come-up celebrated as if they had just won the championship. Jack Cornette had seen enough. Storming the ring with security, Cornette made it official. Botch and Pimplefire will meet again next cycle, and if the come-up interferes again, all three men will be suspended and stripped of their title opportunities at Homecoming. The message was clear. Control is slipping, but consequences still exist. Later in the night, Ryan Rivers stepped into the spotlight, and for the first time since Oklahoma City, he wasn't being attacked. He was calling people out. Rivers addressed the locker room directly, making it clear that his name has become currency, something others use to elevate themselves. He rejected that idea outright. If anyone wants to build their name off his, they can do it face-to-face in the ring. He issued an open challenge to anyone willing to step up. Then he got specific. Johnny Revolution. One-on-one. Homecoming. At the Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum. Rivers made it clear that while Revolution brings chaos, he will bring something else entirely: grit, resistance, and a willingness to fight for the survival of the company itself. That message carried into a one-on-one interview where Rivers doubled down. He rejected Revolution's narrative, defended the NWL, and positioned himself as the man willing to stand in front of everything the Death Pack represents. When asked if he feared the Death Pack, Rivers answered with a single word: no. And in the middle of it all stands Ryan Rivers. Not running, not aligning, standing. And that may be the most dangerous development of all. And that's the latest from the National Wrestling League. This is Ian Mooney reporting, and now, back to the Tubecast.
All right, there it is. So that is the recap for Cycle 250. So, guys, just give you guys a heads up. I know you guys seen the new report. It legitimately took me 11 days to do it. I'm hoping I can match that output all the time. I may or may not because it was very difficult to do. But I hope everyone enjoyed it. I did spend a lot of time with it. So, do yourself a favor. Check it out. If you have any suggestions, comments, concerns, please let me know. I think everything came out really, really good, and I'm very excited about it. From the toy ad to the ice cream bar ad to all the articles, I try to make it as much as a old school wrestling magazine as I could. I literally pulled things out from wrestling magazines, columns, and do yourself a favor, read the readers' questions because they're hilarious. You see some notable names in there. Maybe some folks that are currently on this Tubecast may have sent in some questions. But just do yourself a favor, check that out because it is hilarious. But again, guys, if you have any suggestions, please let me know. Because if you have pictures, I need more pictures of folks. So if you're listening to this and you haven't sent me a picture of your wrestler, you can always email me those. So I have those. Same thing with bios. Especially if you're a new wrestler in the NWL, you want to have those bios out so everyone knows who you are and what they can talk about when it comes to your particular wrestlers, so we get to know you a little bit better. So we had, I think, a couple of new wrestlers in this cycle. So please reach out to me and Matt. Anytime anyone reaches out to me, I automatically forward over to Matt, so you can send them, all the emails and goodies and strat totals and all that kind of good stuff. So you can end up being on the list. And some of you may have forgotten that we actually do have a Facebook group also. So I don't just hang out on the Willowwick, Ohio Facebook groups. I probably should post in our Facebook group some more, but we do have that. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, some maniac commented on your post about bringing back Orange Julius.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know who that would be, but
what a psycho.
Crazy. All right.
All right, Matt, where do you want to go now?
I'll do the BRL. Get a lot to cover.
Okay.
All right, so BRL number 651. League champion El Grandioso, winning $25 in IWA credit. Battle Royal winner from the Regulators, Shotgun James Carnage. He also earns $25 in IWA credit. Not that you'll notice because you have so much banked up.
It's just Daddy Warbucks over here with all this money.
I know. Jeez. You just like, hey, Joe Tusa, I'll finance. TV champion, American Destroyer, Central Plains, Crusher Nutella. Is that how you pronounce it?
Sure.
Nutella?
East Coast champion.
I don't like Nutella. It tastes weird.
Yes. Agree.
It does.
It's overrated.
East Coast champ, Brutal Brian Welch. Great Lakes champion, Hillbilly Voodoo, Doc Holland. Middle-Atlantic champion, Tiny Joronen.
Yes.
Northeast champion, Genshiro Teriyaki. Pacific Northwest, another regulator. Oh, my God. Shotgun James Carnage. Rocky Mountains champion, another regulator, Blackjack Robertson. Southeast champion, Lex Stevenson. Southwest champion, Michael Przybylewski. And our West Coast champion, Super Stud, John Bowden. The tag champs, who win the tag belts for the first time in over 10 years, Hot Stuff Adam Cash and Fatty the Butcher. Ask me how I know that. TV tag champions, the McFlaherty brothers, Brendan and Rory. Six-man champions, winning another 5 free matches. Tiny Jordan, Crush Nutella, Lobo Lenamaki. That's the third cycle in a row for those guys? Bastards. TV six-man champions, Brendan McFlaherty, Rory McFlaherty, and Michael Przybylewski. And we had a big cycle of action here in the BRL.
So what's going down in the BRL?
Well, first of all, this was the cycle with the results from WrestleRama 14. So we had our opening match on the Yanaka Cemetery match, where Texas Jesse Tombstone took on Vic the Vicious Veropta. Fun fact: the Yanaka Cemetery in Tokyo has the oldest. He was at the time. He was the last remaining shogun. It was like Yokozawa family or something like that. So
You mean Tom Cruise?
Well, it was
No,
funny.
that was the last samurai. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the people in that cemetery. One of them is a woman who killed like people. She was like a serial killer.
Oh, he deserves
That's
it.
nice. So all walks of life, politicians, cops, an actress. I think she was a Godzilla at one point.
Oh, was she? Which one?
No, I made it up.
Oh,
I knew I'd get Alex's attention.
you sure will.
She actually spent a lot of time writing letters to Willowick, asking him to put Orange Julius in 1948. So
Has Johnny Beaver
yeah.
watched Godzilla Final Wars? I think we talked about that before. It's fantastic. Don Fry's in it.
There you go. Isn't like Godzilla like not 0 but like 0.1 or whatever it is?
The new ones are fantastic. They're all good. They're all worthy of Oscars. I believe one of the Godzilla movies did win an Academy Award recently. They're fantastic. They're almost too good. They'll make them hard to watch for me because I want ridiculousness.
The one set in World War II was awesome. That was really good.
I like Destroy All Monsters is one of my favorite. That one's fantastic.
So I wasn't quite sure how to book this Yanaka Cemetery match. Let's just say Vic the Vicious Veropta won 498 to 494. And a tip of the cap to whoever writes Vic the Vicious Veropta. He's done really well lately. And, promos and results. We had a bull rope death match between Brutal Brian Welch and Cowboy Jim Spur. Brian Welch mopped the floor with Jim Spur. Jim Spur is old and busted. Our trios qualifier match, the Regulators earned the shot. The Brothers Heyman were not active as a trio. And as always, all I need you to do is stay active. So make sure, I know some guys will play and they'll be like, well, my guys, I'm going to take a tag shot with these guys, not the other ones. So I'm not going to send Stratton for them, which makes it difficult for me when I'm trying to do scores. But just be active. Then we had a controversial match. Boink, the child entertainer, who's been tormenting Dapper Dan D. Dan D found Frandell Warpslayer willing to step up and go to bat for him, so to speak. But when Doink defeated Warpslayer with the old schoolboy roll-up, Warpslayer was mad. And when Dan went to check on him, he short-arm clotheslined Dan D. And then it was Boink coming to Dan's rescue.
Unbelievable.
So now the double turn, as it were. Boink, the fans enjoying him as he fired off punches to chase off Frandell.
It's very reminiscent of Roddy Piper and Gordon Solie and
Yes.
Don Morocco. Yes,
Another great one.
Yeah.
Our global tag shot. What a matchup. The Regulators, the McFlahertys, and Dark Verdict all going in a round match here, triple threat. And with the 5-13, the McFlahertys will earn the shot and go on to a Magic Bash to challenge for the tag belts that they held for quite a while. We had Dick Jackson came out. I had to do a little bit.
I was going to say something else happened in that match too. Someone else showed up in that match.
Something else.
I should mention that. Yeah.
There's something else that happened in that match. Yes.
Yeah. So they hit the sign of the cross, the McFlaherty's finisher, and Jimmy Carnage, who's at ringside, he fell down. He was trying to get up. He would have gotten in to break up the count, but he was distracted at ringside by two masked men. When he ripped their masks off, it was Alex and Axel von Schnapp.
son of a bitch.
So
How many leagues are they in?
one more league the von Schnapps are in. Although I'm giving them like the worst strategy. Like I'm like giving them the long shot strat every cycle. So if it's one of those cycles where it's like, that's never going to hit, and it hits, they'll have it. So yes, the long running feud is there now. So thanks. Yeah, I wanted to get the Armed Forces out of there because they were trash talk heavy duo, and I got them to ACW, and the Von Schnapps are easy. They're just like, whatever. Although I'll talk about it later. So we had Dick Jackson come out, and he talked about, we were supposed to have a Azumi trio with the DOD, but Rob passed away, so that shot never happened. So I brought out the number one ranked team, which was Polar Circle, and Polar Circle stunningly upset the champs, Alpha Males, to win the belts with a perfect 521. Well done. And I'm sure the alpha males will be looking for revenge. And it's funny, I always thought the alpha males had masks, so I wrote that way. And then this cycle, Justin put a picture of him in the trash talk, and they're like 3 different dudes. I'm like, oh well. But thank you for putting the picture, and I appreciate that. We had a North American Championship match with King Khan defending against Hillbilly Kevin and American Destroyer. And it went back and forth, a lot of action. It ended where American Destroyer tried to use Hillbilly Kevin's golden horseshoe to knock out Khan, and Hillbilly Kevin was like, nah, man, we don't need to do that. And he accidentally hit Hillbilly Kevin. So, there it was. King Khan retains. And you'll see in the next cycle match on Tuesday Night Grand Slam, you have American Destroyer versus Hillbilly Kevin. So a little inter rivalry there within the stable. Our global tag match was the Armed Forces versus Razzle Dazzle. And then we did a little twist there, brought in Diabolical Kingdoms, Ricky Savage, and Sid Credence. There's some behind the scenes stuff here where, and I'm a big believer in, like, if you're telling me, hey, here's what I want to do, and I kind of like put you in a hard spot, I'll try to go what I can and get you get you out of it. So as a result of that little kerflux there, we have a new global tag champion. That was the belts that were held by Ricky Sultan and Robert Pepper. They were vacated, so they're filled now, and Ricky Savage and Sid Credence are the champs. So Sid and Ricky will face the McFlahertys at Imagine Bash. We had a 2 out of 3 falls, First Blood / I Quit / ambulance match between Big Guns Greg Garner and Monster Truck Tanaka, one of the longest running feuds. So what we did for this is to make it a 2 out of 3 falls. I think it was Alex had the idea of this. Or it was Ryan. One of the two. I forget who it was said it, actually. You'll probably remember this. But the idea was to take the actual 15 holds and do like the first fall is the last 5. The second fall is the next 5, and the first 5 of the last fall. So we did that, and it worked out. Scoring wise, total score was 495 Tanaka, 493 for Greg, but it was really close overall scoring. So you can if you want to read it and go through and see, it's a fun match, all kinds of mayhem. And Tanaka ends up using it to get the win because he did basically a snap power slam off the ring entrance ramp into the ambulance and broke his own arm doing it, but he'll be fine. We had a global championship match with the narcissist Lex Stevenson defending against Hussef Adam Cash. And this was a close match. The score was 494-493. And came down to the last minute, and Cash used the headbanger guitar shot. He used the dedicated DDT. He used a super kick, all of which to take down Lex and become a 2-time champion. And a belt he hasn't held since 2019. So it's been a while since he won that belt. Then we had our Royal Rumble. Now, in the interest of being transparent, I was really crunched for time. I think I told you guys when to play, and that was really busy. And then after the play, we're still moving Kate in. There's a lot of things going on. Some family stuff's going on behind the scenes with a sick relative. Lots of traveling, lots of time crunching. So I didn't get a lot of TT in all this cycle, and I was burning out. So I was like, all right, I'm going to break the glass, and I'm going to try AI. So I used ChatGPT, and the Royal Rumble was written with it. And what's funny is I prompted it, and I gave it the name of the wrestlers, and I told it the order and who's going to be at the end. It's not terrible, but it's not like I write up. So I would have written in more jokes. So I actually took over one point, and I wrote in the part where the final 2 were left. I kind of blew that up. But if you want to see kind of the difference between my writing and then AI, you can see it in this actual pay-per-view. So
I do those battle
that?
royals. I got those battle royals in the ACW, and I'll do the same thing. I put here's the participants. I really don't care about the order. I'm unless I have an idea of something I want to do. Here's the winner. Here's the last 3.
Right.
And I'll throw in hey, I want this person to come out and interfere. Any points of it. And this last one, I've never seen it do this. It was going line by line by line, and all of a sudden it literally corrected. It was oh wait, he's already been eliminated. Let's try something different. It did 3 times. It corrected itself. Wait, that person he's supposed to lose. I can't have him win. It's literally talking and going through its mind of making mistakes and correcting itself. It was pretty entertaining.
It's learning. So when I use AI, because I've been using it for so long, I dump in the entire bulletin. Like I literally upload the entire PDF, so it has a good idea on who everyone is and how they're supposed to act for the most
Yeah.
part. And then I'll sit there and write just about the entire everything I'm doing. I write, and then I have it make corrections or make like just to make things better, and I'll insert jokes here and there. But usually when I use AI, it's usually for proofreading and kind of expanding on what I'm already doing. Because it's
No,
like
I mean,
to prompt from scratch is very hard. You end up writing a page and a half of prompts, and it may not get it all right.
yeah, I generally do is I write, like, I have a rough idea how I want to book each match, and I try to do is use a link between, okay, so like, the Von Schnapp show up, that's going to lead to a match the next time, and so forth. We changed up Imagine Bash, the main event, from a ladder match because we have a ladder match battle royal, and it's going to be the 4 polls. So the way it's going to work is the wrestlers who qualify will compete in this match, and the 4 corners of chaos is what I'm calling it. And it's actually kind of a blatant ripoff of an old idea Ryan ran years ago, where you had like one poll.
I thought it sounded familiar.
What's that?
I knew it sounded familiar.
Yeah. So I love that idea. So the idea is, in this case, I think when you did it, you had somebody get fired. But in this case, it's going to be one poll is like a global title shot. 2 polls are going to be North American title shots. So you get the 2 matches there. And then the 4th poll means you get entered in the draft. So, hoodwink and fun involved.
Yeah, we had one where, like, if you grabbed the wrong briefcase, you did get fired you got kicked out of the league. And I remember that pay-per-view, I think it was like Greg Snodgrass or something like that. He was the IWL champion.
Oh my God, that guy!
He lost the title. I had to redo like the order of the matches. He lost the title. In the very next match, he pulled the briefcase that got him fired.
Yeah.
And do you remember who Greg Snodgrass beat for the IWL Heavyweight Championship?
Was it the Great David?
No, it wasn't.
Luther Alexander?
It was. By DQ, by the way.
I do want to mention that I haven't finished the global tag title shot. Like, a lot of the process is still being banged out because we're changing some of the setup now. I'm trying to make a 3-team shot for the title because it gets more people involved. So I'll probably add the Armis brothers. We got to figure out some other stuff. But if you have ideas for matches, you want to book them around, let me know. It'll be here before you know it. And super sexy. I'm sorry, I didn't finish. Super sexy Shane Dowell won the Rumble.
Oh.
So he will go on to Magic Bastard Challenge, Hustaf Adam Cash, in a battle of dudes with weird names from the 80s. That's right. So I want to mention, too, the Joe Tusa Challenge is alive. If I didn't update it this time, I forgot to do it. But the numbers stand at this. Joe Tusa has not won the tag or 6-man belts yet. But there were 7 tag and 6 6-man shots last cycle, 8 tag and 7 6-man this cycle. So the prize pool stands at 21-19. So if you win those belts, you and Joe split the prize. So it's kind of cool.
All right, man.
And I think, as long as always, BRL, a little later CT cycle, that's fine. Guys are putting in the work. I appreciate it. And and I'll be back with more trash talk on the next one. I did use one of the AI editing sites, and I took Adam Cash's picture, and I said put him behind it's on page. Hold on, let me get there. Where is it? I blew it. Hold on. On page. I lied. It's nowhere to be seen. Oh, there it is. Page 66.
Oh.
67. And it's like you can just see what it took the image of Adam Cash. I said, put him at a conference table like he's doing a press conference, put water bottles on the table, take his belt, put it on the table in front of him, and put a microphone in there, and bang. So if you look at page 67, you can see what that looks like. And did kind of like the old New Japan Pro Wrestling kind of, they had it best, really, but AEW is now too. So if you have ideas for matches and such, I'm listening. I'm always open to new, angles, feuds, etc. We got some stuff to go through here anyway, so always open. So That's the BRL.
I dig that. And if guys, if you're looking for a good site for AI images, the one I use is called Design, which is DZINE. That's the one I use for all of them. I do pay money for it, but there is a free version, so just keep that in mind.
Design. Oh, I'm there.
Yep.
Oh my. Oh wait, that's not what it came. It says 5HK. What the hell?
No, DZINE.ai.
Oh, AI.
Yeah.
Sorry. D's. I missed the AI part. Sorry. Let's try that again. There it is.
And that one you can make. And you can make videos too. So the videos that I've made that you'll see on the screen here, I use that. So it works very well. So what you can do, you can have reference photos. So like, take this dude and this dude and put them together and yada yada. It works very well.
That's good. That could. Yeah. All right. I'll get more of that later. But guys got DZINE.ai.
Yep. I think I'm an affiliate.
And I will say this. If possible, guys, if you notice somebody uses a certain style, try not to use the same exact style. Or I guess maybe you want to. I don't know. What do you think? Would you rather have more different types of looks, or do you want to have the same kind of looks?
So the good thing about Design, you can create characters, and you can use the same person over and over again, and put them in different scenarios. That's how Luther now always looks the same.
Okay.
So that's what I use that for primarily. But in terms of the actual art style, like I use animated just because I like it better. That's just a personal preference on mine. Literally, it's I guess you would call it Sunbow. It's G.I. Joe.
Oh boy.
Is the art style I use. But you can do whatever you want, and if you want to imitate an art style, you can do that too. It's just like you take, say, I don't know, it's a comic book artist, Jim Lee. You like Jim Lee's artwork? Put that up there, and then put the picture of the guy that you want, and then say, "Oh, take image 1 and imitate the art style of image 2," and it'll do that. So that's pretty cool. But I don't think art style should be uniform. I think everyone should be different.
Yeah, well, because like I've seen certain images and I think, okay, it's the same player, and it's not, and I'm like, oh, and so I'll often
because there is a generic AI style,
right? Yeah. If you looked at the BBL last cycle, sorry, the ACW, you saw He-Man Hogan's poster for his movie, and I gotta tell you, I was gonna do one this month, and it was gonna be his. There's a place near me, and it says professional physical therapy. And I always joke to Kate, I'm like, what about amateur physical therapy? I'm going to open one next to him and be like, I'm only a third of the price. None of the knowledge. So Heman Hoban kind of took that kind of to heart. But I didn't post because the images are just too randy.
So what I do, too, is I will take, like I did with the Mud family, I'll take their picture, and then I will alter it. So I took a picture of the Mud family from last cycle. I literally screenshotted it, and then I cleaned them up and put them in tuxedos because it's hilarious. So you can do that too. So you can mess with some people if you really wanted to. And that's what half the game is about messing with people because it's hilarious. All right, Matt, where do you want to go?
Well, let's see. Adam, do you want to do BWL?
Sure, I can do that one.
Under the bus.
Yep, no, it's fine. I can do the BWL. Black Widow BWL up to number 68.
Oh,
so next.
Are you gonna do something next cycle? Yes.
I don't know. Rachel Van Dorn in a bolted 69. Yeah.
Nice.
Probably have something there.
Gina's gonna win the title that cycle. You watch.
I mean, she very well could. The Black Widow champion with a 501 is Rachel Van Dorn.
Oh,
so there's another 501 women's title in steel already too. So
how is the flow though? Do we know?
Definitely not perfect in the back because they did the 43-44 flop.
Yep.
I never played that.
Oh boy.
So we'll see. But they also did that in steel, so I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Whatever. TV champ was Crazy Jenny Star, Japan Idol champion, Priceless Sarah B Money. Joshi champion, also with a 501, is Mother D.
Nice.
Zenjo champion, Rachel Yamazaki. Luchadores champion, Veruca Salt. Cholitas champion, Aria Gunpowder. Bellatrix champion, Bandita. Their Mascara champion, Enchantress. Highwood champion, the Queen Gina Kalaya. Sin City champion, Brenda Bring the Pain. Warwick champion, a newcomer, Vampirella. And the Battle Royal winner was Mother D. Black Widow Tag Team Champions, Sensational Sydney Reinhardt and Crazy Jenny Star. TV Tag Champions, Aria Gunpowder and Rachel Van Dorn. Black Widow 6-Woman Champions, Rich Omazaki, Rachel Van Dorn and Crazy Jenny Star. And the TV 6-Woman Champions, Sensational Sydney Reinhardt, Huntress, and Mother D. So let's see what's going down here. There it is. There we go. Just had a pay-per-view where the short version is Aria Gunpowder won everything. But if we just pulled the whole pay-per-view. Don't want to miss stuff here. So Veruca Salt and Brenda Payne won triple threat title contender matches. Rachel Yamazaki earned a global title shot at the next one. In the IWAR Women's Tag Team title match, Gina Colada finally lost the IWAR Women's Tag title after I don't know how long has the league been around?
They won it in October of 2023.
Yes, yeah. Her second partner, one partner already retired, but Rachel Van Dorn and Aria Gunpowder beat Gina Colada and Brenda Bring the Pain. Finally, for the IWAR Women's Tag title. Enchantress won the triple threat title, so big win for Enchantress there. Bandita defended the global title successfully against Sarah B. Money. And the new Wildfire title match, Aria Gunpowder beat Brenda Bring the Pain for that title. And then in the cage match, Dragon Powder somehow still had enough left in her and was attacked and still managed to somehow beat Gina Colada for the title, for the IWAR Women's World title. So Aria Gunpowder has held every single title, I believe, in this league.
Wow.
I think I looked it up because I was like, maybe Rachel can do that first. And I was like, oh, no, Aria already did it.
Unbelievable.
So, yeah. So that was that. TT, very normal. Rachel Van Dorn just talks about her spring break. Aria Gunpowder talks about winning everything. I do believe that, just looking right here, that Mother D did win the Queen of the Death match. Pretty sure she won that. I thought I saw that posted online. Yeah, and then we just have pre-regular trash talk, and that's the BWL. Always a fun league. Just get the one strategy, so kind of evens the playing field, I guess, in that way.
All right. I, in fact, dig that. So, Matt, where do you want to go next?
Well, let's see. What should make Ryan read?
Well,
All right.
let's go. League champion. Oh, one of the originals. League champion, Magnum TL.
He's still around?
And believe it or not, see, this is cycle 223. About 220 cycles ago, he was TTing.
Yeah.
It was him. I can't remember who his tag team partner was, but they did it. You haven't heard from him in a few decades.
Oh, yeah.
They're still winning. He's still winning. TV champion, Marginal Machine. New York champion, Ray Del Mundo. Los Angeles champion, Joe Boring. Boston champion, The Pilot. Detroit champion, the Highwayman. Cleveland champion, Death Valley Drifter. Dallas champion, Bulk Brogan. Memphis, the American Dream, Ali Atari. Woo! Miami
sucks.
champion, Jumbo Machine. San Francisco, Canada's strongest man, Gordon Donovan. Chicago champion, no gimmicks needed, Derringer Colton. League tag team champions, the Shotgun Kid and the Golden God, Brady Buckshot. TV tag team champions, Cowboy Western and the Pool Cleaner, AIG. Or LG. LG.
Ah, we got it.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes much more sense. Six-man champions winning 5 free matches. Marginal Machine, Super Machine, Jumbo Machine. TV6, the Abbott, the Chosen One, and Shogun Assassin. And the Battle Royal winner winning 58 free matches, Ray Del Mundo.
So what's going down in the IWL?
I think 2 cycles ago was Matt Mania pay-per-view. World Champion Paralegal, Tag Champs, My Two Dads, Multinational, The Chameleon, 6-Man, The Litigators. Next one coming up is Soul Survivor from Mexico City.
How good does it feel that you don't have to do that write-up anymore for Soul Survivor?
The 10-page, no a decade before AI.
It's the hardest pay-per-view to write. Period.
It's the hardest match to write if you still write it. Like, I don't think it's been done in a long time.
Oh man, it's tough. It is tough. Fun, but it's tough.
I think one of my favorite ones was I was trying to come up with something. Somebody had somebody in a sleeper hold, then somebody came up behind that guy, put him in a sleeper hold, and then somebody put a sleeper hold on that guy. It was like 6 sleeper holds, like 5 guys got eliminated at once.
How many times have you won that?
I won it Carnage won the first one. I don't think I won it again.
Gotcha. I won it twice. One with Luther and one with Che Guerrero.
Oh yeah, Atari won it twice. I think once, at least once.
But Carnage was number 1 entrant out of like 35, I think.
I remember the hell of scoring that shit.
The scoring was just as hard.
That was
Terrible.
getting. I don't think Kim don't like that. Like, I need everybody's strats sent back to me, and I'll do it myself. I was like, that was a pain.
You need to get an uninvested third party to give you hold positions.
It was. Who came up with that dumb idea?
I don't know.
What a maniac.
Let's see. The best of the best is going on. Round 1's through with that. Scrolling, still scrolling. Sam Hain has challenged Magnifico Astro to a match of some kind, a best of 3, best of 5, a singles at the next pay-per-view. COT has about